Hello everyone, welcome to the class PM. In the previous videos, we have discussed about the various modes of the asexual reproduction, such as budding, such as fission, such as fragmentation. And in this video, we are going to talk about the parthenogenesis. What is parthenogenesis and how it is different from the parthenocarpy. Parthenogenesis actually is the formation of the individual offsprings without the fusion of the gametes. It means that it is developed from an unfertilized egg. When a male gamete and a female gamete fuse, they form a zygote, and this process called fertilization. From this fertilized egg, the young ones are generated. But in case of parthenogenesis, we have shown that gametes do not undergo process of fertilization, but they are developed from an unfertilized egg. They are simply developed from gametes. So this is the parthenogenesis. Parthenogenesis is simply the development of the arc from an unfertilized egg, simply from the gametes. This most commonly occurs in the lower organisms, such as in algae, such as in fungi, and some animal species as well, such as in bees and ants. We have discussed here in this session. In this video, we will discuss only about the bees, how parthenogenesis occurs in the bees. Firstly, the parthenogenesis has been broadly classified into two subtypes. One is the natural parthenogenesis, mostly occurs in the honeybees, and second is the artificial parthenogenesis, which is also called the induced parthenogenesis. Natural parthenogenesis occurs in the honeybees, and this is also classified into two subtypes. One is the haploid parthenogenesis, and next is the diploid parthenogenesis. What is haploid parthenogenesis? It means that the gamete which is involved in the haploid parthenogenesis, it is developed from the oogenesis, from the meiosis. It means that the gamete undergoes a meiosis. When a gamete undergoes a meiosis, it results in the haploid state. When a gamete does not undergo the process of meiosis, it is then a diploid state. I am giving you the example here. See, this is 2N, and if the two daughter cells result from the mitosis, the chromosome content would be 2 and 2, and this is the equational division, and these are the similar genetically as well as morphologically. In the second case, the 2N is there, but this cell undergoes process of meiosis. If it undergoes the process of the meiosis, the resultant daughter cells contain the chromosome number N and N. N is the haploid. So this is meiosis. It results in the haploid cells, and this is the mitosis. This results in the diploid cells. So gametes undergo the process of the meiosis to form their haploid gametes, and they also have the power of to undergo the process of the fertilization, but they don't undergo the process of the fertilization. This may develop an unfertilized state as well as in fertilized state. If the haploid gamete, which has a power to undergo the process of fertilization, if it developed in the unfertilized condition, so it may result in male honeybees. Those are the drones. But if this haploid gamete undergoes the process of the fertilization, it results in the development of the queens or the soldiers, the workers, you say. Haploid parthenogenesis is a type of the parthenogenesis in which the gamete undergoes the process of the meiosis, but it may undergo the process of the fertilization, or it may not go under the process of the fertilization. If it undergoes the process of the fertilization, then the fertilized egg may result in the formation of either queen or workers. So, if this haploid gamete does not undergo the process of the fertilization, if it remains unfertilized, it may result in the development of the male honeybees. Those are called the drones. In case of the diploid parthenogenesis, the gametes are diploid in nature. They are not haploid in nature. It means that they does not undergo the process of the meiosis. They are not formed as a result of the meiosis. They are formed as a result of the mitosis, simply. And when they only develop in the unfertilized state, because diploid gametes cannot undergo the process of the fertilization, they develop in unfertilized state. And if they develop in the unfertilized state, they result only in the formation of the females. Example of the diploid parthenogenesis is some species of the lizards. Now come to the artificial parthenogenesis. Artificial parthenogenesis or induced parthenogenesis are being induced in the lab condition or artificially by putting some chemicals or by developing some conditions such as temperature or other stimulus are given to induce the parthenogenesis. Those are done laboratory conditions or any other artificial means. And it is according to what we can do, what are those chemicals which have a potential to induce the artificial parthenogenesis. These are developed artificially. These are done artificially in the lab condition. Thank you.